Welcome back, everybody. It's the El Toro Forte with that dude Colby, the Shadowhaunt Joker, and Unfound Prodigy, your Undisputed Combo podcast. How you doing, guys?
Doing pretty well.
Doing pretty good.
A lot of interesting things going on during the week, right?
Just a fair bit.
Man. You know, I've been having so much fun drinking all these tears. They just taste so good. I don't know if anybody caught my little Mystic Mind OCG ban list analysis. Hope you guys found it insightful.
I hope they did.
While you're drinking that, I'm drinking the Sweet Victory Circle back to 3.
Hey, you never know. Well, we're going to get into that. So first things first, let's get into shout outs. I have a few. And I'm going to go ahead and get into them right here. So first off, as always, Duelian TV. Next up, the Burial Ground Podcast, Wrestling Mark. And I've got a few extras right here. So the three who commented on last week's video, thank you so much. Tristan McCrae, XNL Bat King, and Fusion YGO. Thank you so much. I'm going to let you guys shout out the usuals on there, but before we on Instagram, who are always showing love. But the one thing that I really wanted to get into is shouting out, looking at the different countries that are listening to us. So in addition to the United States, shout out to the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, India, Jamaica. Prodigy, I know you probably have somebody down there that you met and left a lasting impression with. So we're going to go with that. They're still listening to us in Jamaica, Ireland, Finland, and New Zealand. So we are going global. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah, we're getting up there. I mean, the amount of views and plays that we're getting between YouTube and Anchor, Spotify, whatever it is, it's amazing. So we're very happy. Thank you so much. We're going to keep doing our best. Joker, why don't you go ahead and give us your shout outs?
It's actually finished for going in or out. So shout out to Easy Mahe, once returned. And let's see, a couple of people here. Rain, Tracy Cakes, and can't forget Casual Side Decking. And last but not least, to Duelian, because this deck idea, thank you. And to the people over at Flipside Gaming, thank you for allowing me to be in this tournament coming on Monday. See you then.
All right. Mr. Prodigy, welcome back. If you want to repeat some of those shout outs, why not? The people won't mind hearing their names again and knowing how much we appreciate them.
I'll just shout out Metabro Jay. I know his birthday was this past week, and we shouted him on Instagram, but we'll do it again on the podcast. So happy birthday, man. Hope you enjoyed it.
Happy birthday. Colby.
Yeah. I want to shout out both Rarest Black Market and YTC for sale. Just the average go-to for me. I also want to shout out Skeeter. Always giving us support with that. A new one, Slacking, because he supported my decision of, hey, Circle should come back at 3. Oh, and Casually for also be giving us support all the time. Thank you all.
Yes.
And then again, shout out to everybody else who's watching here. Thanks for coming by.
Of course.
Thank you. All right, guys. So first thing that's hot off the press, the 2021 pins. I've seen we've discussed it a little bit. We showed the pictures, of a couple of people who've pulled and not pulled, and we've kind of seen. I mean, it's a small sample size. I saw it. It was enough for me to say, nah. Colby, what are your thoughts so far? I know Joker's like itching to talk about this, but we're gonna make him wait a little bit.
So,
Colby.
First things first, just for a little bit of a troll. Sorry, guys, he's not in here. Maybe next time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
that
Colby.
Was a sore subject with a lot of people.
Colby.
Listen, we had so many good reprints. And then, second thing off, crossed outs here, guys. Make sure to get your 3 outs because I can tell you right now it's going to be ran in everything. It's going to be a scary, scary time. Apollosa Nibiru negate. Oh, I just have it in my hand. I don't need Apollosa anymore. On a serious note for everybody, despite the 2 jokes I just did, the tints have really good reprints. I'll admit. I would say get singles definitely, and in the case crossed out, if you really want to play a meta deck, you're going to want to get 3 of those instantly. This is going to be a scary ride.
It's gonna be fun. Change is always good in the game. It makes people. It is
good. It is good, but this is scary.
You got a lot of people saying, "Oh, I'm gonna quit." And then they'll come back a few months later. People don't quit the game. They leave for a little bit.
Just a vacation.
Go on vacation.
Right back.
Ask Prodigy.
Well,
I'm coming back.
Yeah. So, not you, Joker. Prodigy. We're gonna make him wait again.
Turn.
We gotta make him wait, guys.
Prodigy.
Gotta wait your turn, man.
Well, yeah, we skipped your turn. Prodigy, give it. I mean, just kind of the early. We looked at the pull rates. We saw somebody open the case and they pulled one cross out designator. One moonlit.
It was a 1 cross out, 1. I would like to say it was 1 alpha.
It was a 1 of a lot of things, and there was 2 cards that weren't even pulled in a case.
From 12 10s, guys? 12 10s.
12, yeah.
I think that's just ridiculous, man. I think that's the scary part about the 10s. I mean, just seeing only 1 cross-out designator, and I think it's even more scary that 3 of those things are going to cost probably like the same amount as the case does by the time it releases, it looks like. Mm-hmm. I mean, cross-out looks pretty cool, I'm not going to lie, but I mean...
Yeah,
spending what is it? Is it 120 now? I think it's the price.
I think it dropped down to 90.
90.
I think so. Hold on. I'm gonna get the sauce pulled up.
Oh my god! But still,
here's your market watch, everyone.
Ooh.
Right now for pre-order is 110.
I went down.
$330, guys, for a play set of 1 card.
Guys,
that's not happening, guys.
Yes.
No.
I want my set, but I already know it's not going to happen.
You'll get it one way or another, but guys, please don't waste your money on this pre-order price. You know it's going to go down. It might stick around the $60 to $80 range, but at least it's not 130. I mean, that's less, but it's still, expected for a card this impactful. Joker.
Oh, now y'all want me to speak.
We do. We love your.
I could talk more.
We do. Toro, your turn.
Just for that, your card does not come back to 3. But anywho, I will say this. Yes, there's a lot of reprints. A couple of them I kind of want. And to all those people who thought Scrap Chimera was going to get reprinted in that,
Joker's with me.
I'm sorry. No, but Crossout Designator is okay, but I already got stuff for it just in case. Who knows? I might pull one, toss it away, pull another one, toss it away. You know me. But the only thing that I have a little bit of a concern on is if anyone wants to do investments on it. And if y'all decide that y'all want to invest your 10s and not open them and just start scalping them all.
You need help.
You need help, bro.
And of course, all I'm saying is I'm going to buy some. I'm going to see what I pull.
I'm buying.
Everybody getting.
Listen, we already have the trade deal going on right now.
Right on.
Businessmen doing business.
Exactly. So that's all I got to say about it. It's just I'm open for the glory and keep on going because I I just want to open some packs.
And we want to watch you open those packs. So I've seen, we know that the prices are going crazy right now, pre-order. Don't do it, people. Don't do it. Wait till it comes out. Buy your own tins, buy your cases, whatever you want to do it. We're not telling you not to buy it, but just don't fall for these overinflated prices right now. Now, that being said, the hype is real. And I've already seen individual tin prices going up. I've seen some people selling them for $40 each.
Is it really that high now?
Some of them are
65.
Oh, there you go. See, it's probably climbing as we go. Seeing the short prints on these chase cards is making that even worse. So, okay. So let's change it up a little bit on the tins. Joker, we're gonna start with you. What are some cards that you know are already in here that you're looking forward to?
To be honest, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm not going to say what cards are in there because I could have swore I saw that Gearsu up in there. You know I need Gearsu.
Yes.
But I'm just going to stay quiet because I'm not asking you shall receive kind of person. Every time I say in the video that I want something, don't I pull it? So I'm going to just ask and receive in the video.
You want 6 cross-out designators.
That's like saying I want 12 Mystic Mines in one box.
Ooh.
Except you don't want those.
God box.
That is not a box. That is a
Mystic Mine reprinted in gold.
Ooh.
Honestly,
about that.
I will admit, Mystic Mine and gold printing would probably actually look pretty decent.
It's been
especially if So Toro has it right there. Actually, you see where the red wand is right there. If they turn that to like a golden hue, that would actually probably look really, really nice.
Okay, let's get it back on track here. So, Prodigy, knowing what's in the set, seeing them, what are some cards that you're excited about?
Now, if there was ever a chance to play meta, I mean, cards like Triple T that I could not afford when it was released.
Yeah.
What else was there? There's so many cards out there. Ice Dragon Prisons in there.
Yes.
Oh man.
Good luck pulling it though, from what I've seen.
I mean, those cards are like a staple now, I guess, in the game. I mean, not really needed in the casual, but for the meta players out there, those are the cards you want. I just want one, just to have. Just to say, I have my little Mystic Mine on my Zoom, on my video. Just Triple C right there. Yeah, that's my bit.
I like it. Colby, I know Crossout Designator is on the top of your list, but what are some other cards that you're excited about in this set?
Let's see. There is Zeus, which the only reason Zeus is because I can run that ironically in Virtual World. And if I make the Time Thief deck, you guys already knew what I did with that. 22 material Zeus.
Yeah.
Do you ever just not want to play the game? There you go. There was one other. I think there was one other good one in 2021 Megaton. I was kind of after. I need to go back and look. There are 3 cards I'm after. I'm not going to say them. Joker knows what they are.
I ain't saying Jack.
But Joker knows. And, like I said, we're businessmen. We're just doing business.
Interesting. Should be fun. Well, I'm going to be looking at your pools too, Joker. And whatever Colby wants, if I want the same one, I'm bidding a little bit higher.
I was going to say, I'm getting 110 myself. I'm just hoping it's the error one. 6 crossouts in the whole 10.
Ooh.
I did 2 Dragoons in a 10 once.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Don't even ask. I did not know that happened.
Hey, that's
I was
pretty
like,
I heard Toro was getting 6 tins. Is that true, Toro?
Yes.
Toro's getting 6 cases now. Come on.
Yes. No. I am not participating. I don't want to. I'm going to watch Joker's openings, and I'm going to claim them.
That's what it was. I'm looking after the virtual world reprints. Lao Lao and Lulu in prismatic looks.
They look great.
They do.
They look amazing.
They really do. You're gonna play them all, aren't you?
Even Dogmatica Punishment is getting a shiny, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't that a common?
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be like ultra.
Something like that. I just saw a picture of it and it was shiny. I said, ooh, maybe I'll get one.
From common to shiny.
Yeah.
Moving on up.
A lot of cool cards that I would normally get, but as you all know, I'm kind of stepping away from the physical card game. I'm patiently awaiting Master Duel. So that's where a lot of my money's going to go. We can only assume, right? I mean, we know we're going to pay for something. Yeah. But either way, I still am going to participate in buying singles. Going to support my friend Joker's business here and maybe a few other people. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to play the wait and see. But I'm excited. There's so many great cards and reprints in these tins. A lot to be excited about if you're a casual player and if you're a meta player. Now, here's a thought. Triple Tactics is coming out as a reprint. It may be expensive. It may not be. It may be something that people can get. I mean, we saw 2 in that one picture that they pulled out of 1210. So we know it's not that hard to get. But what if, as we know in the past, when they make reprints, these cards start becoming less relevant in the metagame?
That's going to be hard to do, considering we have... Okay, so I'm going to use Dogmatic Punishment as an example. I did find out, by the way, it's getting reprinted as a prismatic secret.
Ooh, nice.
It is. It's going to look gorgeous. How are you going to make that fall out of the metagame when it's just so valuable? I mean, it's one of the good destruction effects. And the fact that it be paired with Dogmatica alone makes it a really good card for especially like Shadowhaunt Legends who just naturally put Dogmatica within.
True.
Then you got to look at like for example, Zeus, who I don't think I need to get into too much detail why. We all know what it does. It's going to be hard to replace that one.
It is.
Alpha, I mean, Alpha is kind of decent for Dry Brigade, I guess. I mean, Dry Brigade typically goes first anyway.
Speculation is always there. Now, what I like to compare it to, the biggest example I'll use is, do you guys remember Fantastical Dragon Phantasmate Thanos?
Yes.
Very sought after card at one point. Big in the side deck. Some people main decked it for a period of time. That card was very expensive and very useful. It was in a ton of meta decks. And then all of a sudden the format changed and it just, I mean, it's virtually not played at all right now at the moment. I know some people probably play it and swear by it, whatever, great, but you don't see it a lot is what I'm saying right now. So I'm wondering, being said, with the ban list coming up, we're going to see a format change, and I'm wondering what cards we might see have that same fate.
Well, this is a bit harder, and the reason being is that Phantasme fell off for a completely different reason, not because it's a bad card. Do you know why it dropped off?
Master Rule 5.
When Master Rule, I'm going to just say 4 and 5, just make things simplistic. When 4 was out, you had to use Link monsters. If you didn't, you couldn't really do too many XC summon. You couldn't do too many Synchro summon. You couldn't do too many Fusion summon. You sure as hell ain't going to do any more Pendulum summons.
Yeah.
So essentially, when they were forced to make a Link, they would typically go for like Lance of Source or something like that, or something very easy to make. Something that had specifically arrows pointing downwards. So we'll just use Decode Talker, for example. That essentially, now you have Phantasma who's getting you draw 4.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, was it draw 4? I'm at the remember. Point is, Phantasma would get you such a good amount of draw power when that it was so easy to get off. It's because every deck needed to have a Link monster in there at some point.
Yes.
Even like Orcust, when they kept running the Nightmare engine, like they'll go from, I think it was like Trickstars into the Nightmare, Unicorn, and not Unicorn, but you know what I mean, Mermaid. Mm-hmm. and then everything
Oh
else.
yeah, Nightmare Mermaid. I love that card.
As soon as they win Galatea, Phantasme. As soon as they win Link 3, Phantasme. It was always the go-to.
Yes.
And they were kind of stuck doing that. It's because they couldn't really get the others out without a Link monster. Now we're Master Rule 5. Those Link monsters aren't required.
True, but they're always meta cards that fall out of favor with each new format, is what I'm saying. So
yeah,
I just use that as an example. So let's switch gears.
Joker.
And let's talk about the ban list. It's coming, people. And I've seen everybody's wish lists. I shouldn't say everybody. I've seen a lot of wish lists. I've seen a lot of predictions. And it always makes me laugh because so many of them are wanting Mystic Mind banned. Give me a break. Anyways, Joker.
You gotta let some demons live.
Joker. Tell us your thoughts on not only, give us a little bit of your input on what you've seen so far, and then maybe some predictions for you.
Okay. There's only 3 cards that people wanted back, and I immediately was like, no. Here we go. The Tyrant Neptune. You need help, bro. Now, the next one, El Toro would probably help you out. Somebody wanted Fiber Jar back.
Ooh.
Just to 1. And I'm like, I was like, wait, why? God, why? And the last card that they wanted back was Ancient Fairy Dragon just to knock out Mystic Mind.
That one I support. I'm not going to look into that, what else it can do.
It caught me off guard. I was like...
Let's just not pay attention to anything else that this thing can do. Let's just focus on just Mystic Mind.
Yeah, it was just for that. It was just that. But this is
canceled.
This is all I'm gonna say for cards banned. Actually, I don't really have a card worth banning after talking to Colby. I still say Verde should at least go to 1, just out of boredom. And at 2, Triple Tactics Talent, maybe. And Unleash Malicious. And only 1 card I want back, and everybody, it isn't for hate or nothing like that. I just want Cyberjar to 1. I have a legit reason why, just for the fun of it, and that's it.
Which one did you say you wanted back at 1, not Cyberjar? You said there was 1 more.
Yeah, after thinking about it, I'd rather Cyberjar.
Fair enough.
Prodigy.
Man. Let's see here. First of all, do you guys know that Cyberjar is not a machine? It is a rock monster. I cannot believe this, guys. Oh my god. All right, so
I knew this for the longest time. No, you don't get a pass. You gotta hold it. You gotta hold it.
Hey, what are you drinking tonight, Prodigy? What is that? I see you sipping on something.
Oh, this is nothing, guys. This is nothing. This is some Angry Orchard, man.
Oh,
this
okay.
This is 5% right here. 5%.
Some hardcore stuff, man. Be careful.
All right. See here. What I've seen is Max C. People are begging for Max C. Come on, guys. And
you need help, bro.
It has a chance for some reason. I don't know. It's been like 5 different ban lists. Well, I don't know how many ban lists there's been, but it might come back. Maybe 1.
Oh wait, it didn't. It's reversed.
Oh, it looked good.
I tried pairing off the sun.
Yeah. Other than that, let's see here. I don't think anything else should be banned. I feel like we're in a good format, pretty much. But we should bring back some things just to test it out. Some change of hearts, some snatch steals. Let's just bring it back. I don't know. I feel like it would be a nice experiment just to shake up things a little bit.
I think you need to stop drinking.
Yeah, I think you had enough. I'm gonna have to cut you off.
I love it.
Me, the meta player, listening to all this, I'm just like,
just because, guys. Hey, we'll have a fun format.
Unfound. I need to ask you this. Unfound. Name 1 card that you want back. Even 1, 2, or 3. Just tell me 1 card you want back.
That's banned right now.
Banned, limited, semi, or it doesn't matter. I just gotta hear this right now.
I mean, all those cards are banned that I just mentioned. I can't even think of any more.
Just one.
I gotta see the list.
Just one.
I gotta see this list. All right, come back to me. Come back to me.
We'll come back to you.
Check it out right now.
We'll come back.
All right.
Now, real quick, the card that I wouldn't mind seeing coming back to at least one, and just because of my friend Casually, Orchest Harp Horror. He wants it at 3. One wouldn't be bad. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'll come back and give you a little breakdown later. Colby, talk to us, man. What should be banned realistically, in your opinion? What should be brought back? Tell us.
So is this the time for my list?
Yeah, go for it, man.
Oh boy.
Just don't take too long.
It won't. So, and this was off of Joker's thing, how we were essentially asked, can you make at least 2 for every single category? That is easy. For band, and I know everyone's going to hate me. Hear the whole list before you start judging. For band, we have Ava and Imperial Order. Imperial Order being a very, very oppressive card. You got to think, okay, think about it this way, guys. Let's say you're playing meta versus meta and your opponent sets Imperial Order. What are you going to do next? Your monsters are probably going to negate it anyways, so your traps ain't going to save you. Ava, do you know how Dry Trump functions? Do you know what Ava does?
Yeah, that can go.
Yeah, need I say more?
Yeah, that can go.
Need I say more? For limited, not only Harp Horror, I didn't add that to the list, but I'm going to let Toro explain it, but Harp Horror, Zeus, and people. Yeah, Zeus, while it is a very big demon within the metagame, it checks everything and it hurts future card design. While people may argue that it could get banned, I think having it limited is just fine. It lets XCs go into something that's really, really good and still keeps stuff in check. Then we have Tenki and Revolt, and the reason being for either or both. Tenki checks the consistency of the obviously best meta deck as of right now, which is Tri Brigade. And then Revolt, however you want to see it. If you put this at 1 and you stop their only way to get it out, which is their link 3, they're going to have to use Bot of Desires, and they have a big risk of banishing it whilst also not having a chance of having their opening hand, thus ruining the consistency even harder. For semi-limited, Skullbat Joker and Pankratops. Pankratops, I don't even know why it's still at 1. And then Skullbat Joker, it hasn't done anything, so
yeah.
I mean. And then unlimited Double Iris, again, hasn't done anything ever since it came back to come on. And then, of course, we have Salmon Great Circle. You're adding consistency to a deck that's already very consistent. What are you gonna? What's gonna happen? It can come back.
Add consistency then. It's already consistent.
Because it allows us. The only thing that I can see why you would not have it back at 3 is because it will allow us, quote unquote, to run more hand traps. But even then, what will likely happen is people who are running Lady Deebug variants will run Buffalo with 3 circle, which is essentially a very big draw power and very big on getting things to your hand.
Okay.
Thank you, Colby. Prodigy, did you gather some more thoughts on that?
One card.
One card. All right.
One card.
All right. Here's the shocker. All right, here it is.
Oh boy. Listen, I'm getting scared just waiting for this.
All right.
Ain't
be any worse than me.
No. I'm an old school player, so I'm gonna stick with my old school cards. I just went through the ban list, guys. I saw my good friend Pot of Greed on there. I don't know. No.
Joker.
Pot of Greed to 1.
Joker, go to bed. You had too much. Go to bed.
I'm out.
Sleep.
I support that. I support you.
You lost your mind.
Yes.
Now, to anyone who's watching and is probably wondering,
we need
why
a
would
change. We need a change.
Joker, please tell me you say this sarcastically. Please tell me you say this sarcastically.
Okay. Thank you, Prodigy.
Really quickly,
Yes, quickly.
for anyone wondering why we're all like joking around and flipping out about that, no, Greed cannot come back at 1. It'll be running every single deck for no reason. Well, actually, there is a reason. It's a free draw 2. Oh, and you can pair that on Pot of Desires. But let's not get into that. Now, Dorothy Bingham. Sorry.
Hey,
Okay.
someone actually said what Pot of Greed does.
Sorry, my infinite knowledge is blinding you all.
All right. So I got tagged by Casually earlier on Instagram, and I'm not going to name the individual, but they put their ban list, wish list, and it makes me laugh.
Ooh.
Some of these are good, but the ones that they want banned, this is their wish list.
Ooh, let's
Red
hear it.
Eyes Fusion,
Uh,
Eva,
And
Mystic
Eva, I understand.
Mine, and Imperial Order. Now, Eva, I get it. Okay, I think a lot of people agree that thing is, yeah, for Drytron. Red Eyes Fusion. Mystic Mine. See, okay. So before I go any further, I got to share something with you guys. And you guys saw me post it to my stories on Instagram. Saw this on Twitter. Please, Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, ban Mystic Mine. I will do anything if you do this. I am begging you. The card is so unfun. The games become painful to watch. People will just deck you out rather than kill you when they can. And if you're me, your Twin Twisters will be at the bottom of your deck. My little violin right here for you. Sorry. Okay. Guys, this is why I support Mystic Mine. Okay. You have, I mean,
the torture.
I did my question. I said, I'm asking, and I'm looking at it right now, and I've had like 10 people answer 100% no. Mystic Mine is not a threat to the metagame. These are people who actually play in the metagame too. Okay. To have it banned, if you're playing Drytrons and you're complaining about Mystic Mine, come on.
And I want to add on your comment. As much as I joke around with Mr. Fede over here saying like, "Oh yeah, mine go," it's not a threat, guys. It's really not.
Well, let me ask you this: when was the last time it topped a tournament?
I don't even think it hit a top 16 in like months.
Exactly. I think, yeah, it's been a while. I mean, there was that one that came out and it was really cool, really good deck. And I think they got like a top 16 or a top 8. I can't remember. It was good. But
the closest. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, it doesn't win, guys. I mean, it can win. It's annoying. But we've seen time and time again where people will post comments, not only on these Twitter tweets and Instagram and on YouTube videos. Mystic Mine punishes lazy decks. Now, my friend Casually, I have a good Mystic Mine deck in my opinion. It's good. I've taken the best of a lot of things and put it together. I'm not saying it's the best because that's hard to determine. It's solid. It's annoying, yes, but he runs Dozer Control, and between his regular deck and his side deck, he put it to sleep. That's all I'm saying. That's not considered a tier 1 deck by any means, but to have tier 1 deck players complaining about Mystic Mine and this and that just makes me laugh. Okay, so we're gonna move on.
I was going to say, to add on to your thing, the only way you ever see it top is with Sky Striker, and that's it.
Yeah.
And one other thing to note in here, I forgot to note this on my list, but also to limited Meow Mew with the Frank Kids. I'll get into that after Toro's list.
Okay.
Sorry.
I see Imperial Order. Now, I know there's arguments going back and forth. The Drytron players, again, or what I see complaining about Imperial Order. It's one card that was already banned, changed, and brought back, and is still at 1. And you guys are crying about it. Sorry, I can't. All right. So then I look at the other list, and you've got cards like Revolt. You've got Winda, Fire Formation 10 Key, Orcus, Harp Horror, Thunder Dragon, Colossus, and Electromite. Electromite would be cool to have it 1.
That would be
cool to come back.
Hope.
Electromite.
Whoever said Colossus to 1 What are you on? What have you been drinking?
I didn't watch the video or look at their analysis. I'm just reading the list, and I, we're not. I'm not going to name your name. We're not calling you out.
Yeah.
We're not picking on you. So this individual also wants Called by the Grave to 2. I wouldn't mind Called by the Grave at 3 because it wasn't a problem to begin with.
The
Solemn
only
Great Circle
to 2 or 3?
2.
Wait, what circle?
Progress. Solemn Great Circle.
Okay.
Yeah, I just call it Circle.
Now here's the 3s. So we've got Performer Pal, Scrocombat Joker. We've got the what's his name? The Draco guy, Dynamite.
Draco Slayer. Wait, do you mean Masterpiece?
No, the guy with
no, Masterpiece is not bad.
Wolverine looking.
No,
dude.
Masterpiece is banned.
I can't read his name.
Yes.
Dynamite Knight.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Seeker's Light. And Mirage Stelio.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Mirage Stelio's already run one of in every Salad deck anyway.
Yeah.
That's because Light's not worth it, though.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
So interesting take.
It's really not worth it.
Interesting take. That's one of the many that I've seen. And I've seen a lot of weird ones that just throw out some random ass cards that I'm just thinking, okay, you have your reasons. I don't know why, but you have your reasons and cool, go with it. So it'll be interesting to see how it changes, what gets banned. Now, I love seeing people complain and ask for Mystic Mind to be banned. It makes me laugh. And this is, again, I told you guys before, the whole reason I play Mystic Mind and I'm all about it is just to piss people off. I want to be that antagonist. So if Mystic Mind were to ever be banned, no, I won't curl up into a ball and cry in a corner. I'll just find the next best, most annoying deck and I'll run that. Simple enough.
No limit area B.
Subterra Guru. People hate Subterra Guru. I'll build.
Oh,
that.
are you gonna use the profile I sent you?
Hell yeah, I am. Yeah, Prodigy. You've dueled my Mystic Mind deck, and this one was agonizing. I mean, it wasn't as good as the one I have now, but you beat it.
Oh, I beat it. It took me 40 turns, but I beat it.
You did.
It took me 40 turns.
With your evil twins, which is an amazing deck, by the way.
Yeah,
it is.
I mean, I love this fight is not bad though. I feel like it's one of those decks you can easily, with the right cards, you can definitely beat. Like you know, but annoying, but not like all powerful. You know.
That being said, let's talk about a 10-minute turn, 10 plus negate combo deck versus a Mystic Mind. I mean, we're talking about the same type of evil here, just in a different type of deck. Really, people say Mystic Mind's no fun, you know. Blah, blah, blah. They make you deck out instead of beating you. Okay, now how about the person that sets up that big board with all those negates that I was dueling a while back, where I was intentionally trying to lose because I knew I had nothing, and you were negating my attacks. We don't want to go there. Okay.
Oh boy.
Any final thoughts, Joker?
Okay. Yes, I only have 2 little bits of final thoughts here. One, to the people that are sitting here saying, I'll do anything for Mystic Mind to be banned. Well, there's a game called Pokemon you can play. And when it comes to the whole...
harder to play.
I know. But when it comes to like Imperial Order being banned, Imperial Order don't bother me. Mystic Mind don't bother me. I can think around it. The whole thing, yes, we can play Monster Club later. The whole thing is you just got to set yourself up to the point where it's like, you know what? I need to think on my feet. We've known Mystic Mind and all that stuff's been out for a long time. And you're telling me, with all your meta wisdom, you're letting yourself get beat by one card that you should have been prepared for since release. As soon as I heard Imperial Order's back, let me put a Trap Eater in here real quick. Trap Eater is in almost every deck I make. Heck, it's even in Dummy Grenade. So don't bother me none. So while everybody's sitting here going, I'm just joking, but I don't like it because it takes too long to kill my opponent. I'd like to actually play instead of just sit here and go, Oh, you done with your turn? Play this. Oh, you negated. Fine, I'll just go over there and play Magic or something.
Yeah. Thank you, Joker.
I mean, seriously.
Thank you. Prodigy, final thoughts on just anything to do with the ban list or any particular card?
No particulars, but I mean, it should be interesting. I can't wait to see what they do. I mean, I feel like we're in a good format. It might be one of those formats. I mean, those ban lists where they probably just change like one card. I feel like we're in a good place. I mean, Drytron's the one that's complaining, so maybe we could just ban every Drytron ever made. I don't know.
You're about to sound like the one person that said way back when Soundgrave was the top tier meta decks with Sky Striker, Thunder, etc., where he said, "Yeah, let's limit Balinix, limit Gazelle, limit Wolf, ban Circle,
ban everything because it wins." Okay.
I'm gonna ban Prank Kid's place.
And then whenever then I have my final thoughts, but do you have anything else with this Unfound?
No, I'm good. You?
All right. Thank you.
My final thoughts, and I meant to bring this up earlier. Meow Mew also at the limited section. For everyone wondering why I'm saying like I have a band, Imperial Order band, Tanky / Revolt, Zeus, all that limited. Look at the top decks so far, and you'll notice that it's only those three that are really getting anywhere decently far. I mean, heck, there was even one where Tri-Brigade took up 75% of the entire top 8. Let that sink in. So no doubt these are going to be something to hit, and Drytron and Prank Kids are also with them as well. Not in full potency, but it's easier to kind of hit those two while also hitting Tri-Brigade. And while you say, oh, just hit Tri-Brigade instead, it took 75%. You hit Tri-Brigade, the other two are just going to take its place. So you got to take out your 3. And while it sounds like, oh, we'll come take its place next, there's really nothing that kind of competed with those ones. Maybe Sky Striker, Salad. Even then, they didn't really fully come out to that power. So hitting those limits will bring up things more diverse.
Yeah.
So Ava is going to weaken Drytron. Meow Mew is going to weaken Prank Kids. Obviously, the Revolt and / or Tanky limited hurts Tri-Brigade. Does it make the decks unplayable? Absolutely not. Drytron can still very much play. Tri-Brigade, yeah, they can still very much play.
Yeah.
And then what about Prank Kids? I mean, you can only link some and Meow Mew once per turn anyway. So, I mean, just having it at once stops the consistency, like the overall consistency. So it's going to hurt them, yeah. But is it going to make them playable? Definitely not. Are they still going to be top tier decks? Absolutely. And then I know you were worrying about Imperial Order. Like I said, the only reason Imperial Order. So imagine that 10 negate board. On top of that, you can't activate spells, or essentially any spells are negated anyway. So that's why I said it. But yeah, I know some people are like yes, and some people are like no. I think kind of a yes. Granted, I also kind of just add in there because I need a second ban. But
Imperial Order.
Imperial
Order can also be used to halt that 10 negate board.
The issue is it's a trap card, so you kind of need it. You would need to go first anyway.
Yeah. And that varies. So, lot to be said. Guys, if you want some pointers, Harpy's Feather Duster, Lightning Storm,
Cosmic Cyclone,
Twisters.
Is that in the sense?
No. I'm giving advice for Mystic Mind Crybabies.
Curse Seal Forbidden Spell.
Curse Seal of Forbidden Spell. Heavy Storm Duster does exist, and I actually side that in my Mystic Mind deck. Why? Imperial Order. Now, Evenly Matched is one that was used against me by Casually that forced me to make a painful choice during my Mystic Mind battle with him. Smart choice. So there you go. My advice to you: get creative.
You can also go MST negates.
Yeah, do the MST negates, old school. All right, so
or to everyone playing Cybers, Mutaring's coming out soon.
Hey,
don't worry.
No profanity. Come on now.
He swore.
Yeah, we're banning you, Colby. All right,
money in the swear bucket.
Let's move on. So we got some good questions. I put that out on Thursday. We're gonna start doing that every Thursday. Just ask us questions. We'll answer them on the podcast. And so we'll kind of breeze through these. They're pretty good, straightforward questions. Prodigy, we'll start with you. Will Max C ever be brought back?
I like it. I played it on the the Link Evolution game, and that card is pretty strong.
Yeah.
I could see that one. I could see that. I would like it that one.
That
For
one?
a player like me that plays casually, I would like it that one.
I'm with you. I think one would be okay. Joker.
I'm looking at Colby. I say, bring it. It can come back, but as soon as it does come back, I'm only going to run one deck from here on out. Hi, my name is Dark World. Would you like to hear about my Lord and Savior, Fiends Run Over Everything?
Did I hear Fiends?
All right. Colby.
What is with y'all and wanting to shift formats?
With you and being stuck in the past, old timer.
Do you know how quickly things will go to chaos?
No, it won't, because Chaos Emperor Dragon isn't at full power anymore.
One Max C can end an entire turn by itself. Let's take a look. Let me compare this. Phantasme during Link format was ran at 3 in literally almost every deck or side deck because it gave you that good draw power. Let's say at maximum we gave you 3 draws. That's incredible. And here's Max C literally doing that in its sleep. Y'all are crazy. Here, let me. Oh, you're playing combo deck. Let me just keep drawing. Ooh, drew a bureau. Stop your whole turn, and now I have a hand of 30 cards.
He does see what I'm wearing, right?
Let me just simply make my full 10 negate board, OTKU, and still have 15 cards in my hand to play with.
I mean,
so Colby, I know you're a little unsure. A little unsure. Like you're a little unsure of whether you think Maxi will ever be brought back and why. So we'll let you think about that some more. Thank you.
The only argument. The only argument is cross out, and that's not a good fit.
Well, you can cross out it.
I can also cross out the cross out.
Designated as to cross out. Okay. Which hand trap is your go-to? Colby.
Ooh, actually. Ooh, hold on. Wait. Didn't think either. Okay.
Ash Blossom.
I mean, it's Ash, Nibiru, or one you probably didn't think of, Prohibit Snake.
Ah, yes.
You guys forget how much I play Link monsters.
Yeah. Prohibit Snake, I would say that's probably your secret.
Or
Joker.
Archon. Archon's also technically a hand trap at this point.
Ghost Bell.
Ghost Bell. All right.
Ghost Bell.
Ghost Bell, negate entire Ignister.
Not bad. Prodigy.
I'm gonna go with Ghost Ogre. I just love the art of Ghost
Ogre. You know what? Yeah, I see that in almost every single one of your decks. I mean, I think they've only played against like 3 of your builds, but they've all had a Ghost Ogre in it. So yeah, that's true. So for me, when in doubt, I go with Effect Veiler.
Effect Veiler is really good.
Oh.
That's my go-to. My first one I'll test out in any deck is Effect Veiler. Doesn't always last, but that
It'll do. It'll definitely do.
Works. So all right.
Worst case, it's
here's a fun question, and we'll just kind of do the little rotation. We'll start with Prodigy this time. Which type of deck do you prefer, control or combo?
They're both equally as annoying, but I think I'll go with combo. Even though control is a little kind of slow for me, but I think I'd go with combo.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: would you consider your Evil Twins deck control or combo?
That's control, you know.
It's control.
It's a control deck, but
You control the hell out of my Mystic
but what I do, I feel like there are combos going on. Maybe they take 5 turns, but it's a combo. Okay, it's a combo deck.
You can bring out some combos in it, but god dang, if that deck does not take control sometimes and does not let go. Joker!
Control.
Control! Janet Jackson. All right.
Exactly.
Colby.
I play Salamangreat, Ignister, Virtual World, Megalith, and Abyss. What do you? This is not even a question.
That's called obliteration.
He plays stall.
It's play. Let's go game 2 and game 3 where I win. I win all 3 games.
See, he stalls.
You play with Colby and you lose by your next turn. So I don't know.
Did you draw a card? Did you draw a card? Well, unfortunately, your value points have went down by 8,000.
There you go.
Colby's literally, I give you my unbreakable board. You give me the win.
Did you draw 5 cards? Put 3 in the banish, 2 in the graveyard. Oh, by the way, I have a negate.
I prefer control. I've played combo.
Really?
It's fun. Zombie control. Mystic Mine. Mystic Mine is more considered stall, I guess. But it also can take control. And
so Mystic Mine is actually considered stun. The 3 main is combo, stun, and control.
Okay. Whatever
Mystic Mine is stun. Stun control, but whatever. What combo deck have you played before?
The Dragon Links.
Oh, that's right.
Rockets.
I forgot you played Dragon Link a long time ago.
Yeah. I did play that one.
Here I am thinking, like, is he considering his Rega deck a combo deck? I mean, like, don't get me wrong, it's a mix of combo control, but it's way more lenient to control.
Rika's. I love Rika's.
Rika's fun.
Rika's fun.
Have you played any other combo deck other than Dragon Link?
No. And I probably won't. I don't have the mental capacity to handle that. I'm more of a.
You should play Salamangreat.
Oh God, no! Really? That's your fault. I don't like Salamangreat, by the way. If you had next question,
just a little one.
Next question. No, I'm gonna. So the question is, if you had to play a meta deck, which one would you run? Now I'm thinking they're talking tier 1. So right now the tier 1 decks being Drytron, Prank Kids, the
Virtual World,
Shadowhaunt, Invoke, whatever, Dogmatica. Colby, what would you play if you had to choose one of those to play in a tournament tomorrow?
Tier 1 Virtual World, Tier 2 Ignister, Rogue, Salamangreat.
All right, straight.
I've already got one for all 3 categories. Nice. Casual, Megalith.
That's not. Yeah, I guess it is casual.
Megalith is now casual. It hasn't done anything.
True.
Unless you want to say, oh, it's mixed in Drytron, so it's there. It's Drytron doing the work.
Yeah. Joker.
Here we go. Scrap Dino, Drytron, so I can cry. And last but not least, Prank Kid.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because rock-a-doodle-doo, that's why. Anyways.
Very good.
I'm done.
Prodigy.
I think I'll take Prank Kids to a tournament tomorrow. I mean, I've seen them go from like a 10-cent card to tier 1. So I think that's pretty awesome. I don't know how to play them, but I would love to learn.
Yeah. Nice.
Cool.
I don't really have an answer. What I would do if I were to play competitive, the physical card game, I would find out which deck is being played the most and which is the most effective. And I would go and buy every single card and build that deck and go out there and whoop everybody's ass. So,
that's what everybody does.
Yeah. Or they try to, at least. That's what I would do. So if it's Drytron. If it's Prank Kids. If it's something else, that's what I would do. I don't play competitive. I don't even play the physical card game hardly anymore. But when Master Duel comes out, I do plan on getting competitive. So look for that.
Oh,
Like I said, I'm going to try Master Duel. If I see you in Master Duel, I'm going full force. I expect you to do the same.
Let's do this. Yes, no mercy, man. No mercy. Come on now. So
By the way,
I actually got a question directed directly towards me. It says, El Toro, why don't you play competitive anymore? How much time do we have? Okay, so let me start off.
All right.
This is going to be fun. I don't have time for one thing. Tournaments take too damn long. When I see a round takes 45 minutes, no, I don't have the patience. I have a lot of responsibilities as a parent, as a husband, as an adult. So that being said, so there's a couple things. I'm going to take you way back. So way back in the day when I used to play competitive and I was really good, I only attended 2 or 3 regionals. Can't remember if it was 2 or 3, but my last one, there was a kid, must have been about 11, 12 years old. Good kid. I saw him a lot at the locals shop at Showtime. I mean, I was in my 20s. So, I got along with everybody, had fun. I was dueling this poor kid. And all of a sudden he starts, we play round 1. I win. We start playing round 2. And I let him keep score. We were having a good time. And I'm keeping score on the side. And our scores weren't matching. I said, that's game. He goes, no, it's not game. And, I said, yeah, it is. I let him look. I'm not trying to be mean. And I was being very nice about it. I wasn't a jerk. And I said, come on. I said, this is, I'm keeping track of it. You're way off. I don't know where you're going, but that's game. I won. It's 2-0. And so he starts shuffling through his cards and then he starts crying. Like, I said, you okay? And he looks at me with tears running down his eyes. He goes, I didn't get into my side deck. I'm like, okay. He's crying, like crying. Like literally, and I'm sitting here like looking like this jackass, making this kid cry. And I was just playing a card game. And so I kind of said, okay, well, I'm moving on. And a little bit later, his dad was there with him, and his dad made him come over and shake my hand and apologize. And I saw him, a week later at locals, and he's like, "Are we good?" He goes, "I'm really sorry about that." Good kids stand up, but that made me feel like crap. I'm like, here I am, this 20-something-year-old playing this kid, and I made him cry at a card game. I'm like, so I kind of lost my desire to play after that. I did attend a couple of local tournaments. I actually ended up winning a couple, but it just that fire, everything was just gone. I was like, you know what? Moving on. Started going to, going out more. So Saturday morning, Sunday morning is a little bit hungover. So yeah, I stayed collecting everything. So that's probably the main reason I don't play anymore is just, it doesn't, to me, it's like,
doesn't do it for you.
Yeah. Now, again, when Master Duel comes out, I'm going to take it up. Video games, let's do it. Let's have some fun. If you're crying, I won't be able to see you. You won't feel bad. So yeah, sad story. But that's probably the main reason. And there it is. So next question, and this is actually the last question. How do you feel about the constant Blue Eyes and Dark Magician support? Prodigy, let's start with you.
Nostalgia bait, guys. Blue Eyes and Dark Magician will never die. Just like Mercy. Heroes never die. I mean,
heroes never die.
Unless she's on my team and doesn't heal anybody.
Right? But I mean, I love it.
Toro knows.
It's one of those love and hate relationships. Like, let's support something else that needs it. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people on Twitter that thinks volcanics need support by now, but they're not getting it.
Sorry, Payne.
But like we said before, right? I mean, you could have a set. Konami will troll the hell out of you and say, this set is called Volcanic Eruption. And this poor Payne will get excited, and there won't be a single volcanic card in there. It'll be some new archetype.
It's semi helps them, but it's meant for the god.
The day that volcanic support comes out is the day when Yu-Gi-Oh ends, guys. I swear. But anyways,
Every known like currently is going to get support, and then when it comes time to do volcanic, they're going to skip over and make support for everything else all over again.
There you go.
Yep.
I mean, I love Blue Eyes. I love Dark Magician, but I mean, I guess that's what Cell says from Konami's perspective, and it's true. People are gonna buy it anyways, just because. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it, and I hate it. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
How about you, Charles?
Me? I see it all the time. It's never gonna end. It's crazy effective, right? I mean, you throw out a waifu card, everybody's gonna buy it up, especially the United States. People go nuts over waifus. Same with Dark Magician, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Like, I look at them like, whatever, I've got the originals, I'm good. That's all I need. Then you just see constant support for it, and it's never going to be a truly relevant deck, either one. They're going to be somewhat effective, yeah, in casual play, but I don't care. Joker.
Sorry, I was waking up from a long sleep. I mean, did you say something about Blue Eyes and Dark Magician?
Yeah.
Man, I feel like Ben Stein was reading me the obituaries of the 1900s. All right. I just say maybe they should take the Blue Eyes White Dragon, the Dark Magician, the Red Eyes Black Dragon, polymerization, and make the Ultimate Dragoon Master Knight or some crap. And that way everybody would be like, oh my God, it has infinite negates. It can gain attack power from different dragons and spellcasters, and it does all this god stuff. And then they ask for it to be banned the next format. So then I can sit here and be like, wow, you got what you wanted. You got your little wife. Better yet, instead of it being Dark Magician, be Dark Magician Girl that's fused with them. That way it's an ultimate waifu card. Then afterwards they get bad and they're like, oh my God, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Dark Magician Girl fused together into this ultimate power dynamo. So then I can go, oh, look, that's beautiful. Chthonian Polymer, sacrifice my monster, give me your fusion. Oh, look, your wife is now on my side, and she's pretty. I'm sick and tired of seeing Dark Magician and Blue Eyes stuff. Man, we're going to get this stuff for the end of time.
Yep.
And I'm just going to end it right here. I'm just saying, to the people that got mad that they didn't get volcanic support and Blazing Vortex?
Yep.
Well, it's okay. It's okay, because you know what we did get?
Konami. Konami has two hands. We can make an archetype that's here, or we can get the volcanic support.
Two new
archetype.
Two new archetypes? Volcanic support. Nah, screw that. Here you go.
Konami at this, if they hear the word volcanic, they'll probably question what it is.
They probably have forgotten about it. So
we want volcanics. Ooh.
We made that?
We don't do GX here.
My opinion on the Dark Magician and Blue Eyes support. If you're gonna make it good, make it useful. I'm specifically looking at the Blue Eyes support. It's so bad. Take a look at Eternal Soul. Compare it between, what is it called? True Light or something? Yeah, I didn't even care to read its name or memorize it.
And Burst Dragon?
I don't know, dude. Just compare the two. You'll see one of them is very much, it's the cheap copy. It's the wannabe, and it's not good. The Dark Magician support's okay. Setting a control, that's cool. We could just grab it from the deck anyway, so yeah. Was Dragoon cool? Absolutely. Was the other stuff? Not at all. We didn't care. And I'm positive we're not going to care about this one.
Nostalgia.
Especially the blue eyes.
Like Prodigy said, nostalgia sells. So we'll end it on that.
If they could just make nostalgia for the other archetypes like harpies or tunes, harpies.
No more tunes. Look at what we did with Toon Chaos.
I'm trying to think of the one more. I'm trying to think of the one other deck that I can't think of it now. Oh God, it's gonna bother me.
That's okay. I'll let you think.
You get my point.
So we're gonna end that segment. Thank you. Thank you for your questions, by the way, and thank you for all your answers. We're going to keep this very brief, this particular, because we have a fun topic to close out the episode. So real quick, I'm going to preface this by saying, by no means am I trying to cancel this seller or tell you not to buy from them. But that being said, somebody I follow on Instagram had recently posted this particular seller, and it was a TCG player seller. Now, any of you want to refrain from saying anything, that's fine. I'm not going to bash this person. I'm just going to show you what happened. So he posts, and I'm going to post. You'll see the picture right here on the podcast on YouTube, but I'm going to read it to you. The seller is Chaotic Pools. So it was for a mechanical chaser. I don't know which. I think it was season 3 or whatever it is. $85.94. Now, this particular seller canceled his order. And the message you can see here reads, "I'm very sorry. It seems this card is MIA ATM at the moment. I've sent a full refund. So sorry for the inconvenience." Well, it just so happens that this particular person that got their order refunded kept a close eye on this. And the very next day, that card miraculously shows up again and gets relisted for $140. So our friend, I'm not going to mention his name, but he did ask us to do this. So we're going to start a list. So if you have visual proof of something like this happening like this, send it to us. We'll talk about it. Again, I'm not telling you not to buy from the seller. I'm not flaming them. I'm just showing you what happened. As a buyer beware. If you do encounter this name, you make the choice. So our friend sends me, I'm not going to send the DM message screenshots, but basically he left negative feedback. And then the seller says, okay, I'll honor the deal now, the previous price, if you remove your feedback. Now, to me, I think that if this person didn't follow that and look at the seller closely and say, oh, wait, he relisted. If he just didn't care, he said, oh, well, cool, the card turned up missing, whatever, got my refund, he would have gotten away with it. If he would have waited a week, 2 weeks and relisted it, he would have gotten away with it. But the fact that he didn't, now he's trying to damage control, which, good for him. But at the same time, I'm passionate about this because that's happened to me before. Joker, you're a man of honor. I love it. I love it. Because that scenario has come up with you as a seller, and you always honor the price regardless of how much it goes for. So thank you for doing that. Other sellers that do that, thank you so much. If you don't do that, any quick thoughts on that, Prodigy?
Card goes MIA at the last minute. Kind of fishy to me. Kind of sucks, especially as a seller. I mean, you want to build trust with your community that's buying from you. Losing one customer could be the end of your business, because that one customer could go to everyone else, and it could make it to the Undisputed Combo podcast, and you could lose everyone. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. But yeah, it's kind of messed up.
And I get it. We don't have the biggest following yet. But we do have people, and people talk to other people, and the community is very close. And again, by no means, I'm not telling you not to buy. I'm not telling you to cancel this seller. We don't do that here, okay? I'm just showing you visual proof of what happened, and this individual asked us to talk about it on the podcast to make others aware. So it's a buyer beware. So for the easily offended or the people that are sympathetic to that type of stuff, we're not doing that. We're not canceling anybody. I'm not telling you this seller has probably done a good job in the past, but had this. I don't know how many times they've done it. Don't have any proof. Don't care. But if you do it, if it gets done to you, it's been done to me, so I'm passionate about it. But if it gets done to you, reach out to us. Let us know. If you have visual proof, we need visual proof, kind of like this. Otherwise, it's just kind of hearsay, and we're not into that whole rumor crap. Colby, any quick thoughts?
I mean, I'm not going to say I went through the exact same, but I went through similar with, don't you remember when I was really, really into MTG and
Yes.
I was trying to get 1 or 2 copies of Surtur Priest and I dealt with seller
Yes.
for, I think, over a month and they couldn't even send me the 2 copies. So I just directly told them, hey, give me my refund. And I had to spend a week getting the refund from them. Yeah. Oh yeah, update. I still have not got my Surtur Priest.
Yeah,
in case
sucks.
that's already not obvious.
Yeah. So something to keep an eye on if you're a buyer. Joker, I know you don't, you being a TCG seller, there's a code, an ethics code. So, and we're not bashing. But
Right.
any quick thoughts?
I'll speak on it. Okay. There is a little bit of a code of conduct when it comes to this where me as a seller, I cannot verbally hassle or trash on somebody that is a seller. I can't tell you to go there and trash on that person either. It's against code and conduct, and I could lose myself and my brand at that point. But some sellers do that. Like they'll wait the whole 48-hour limit and then they'll cancel it because the card went up in price. They'll refund you, but then they can sell it at a higher price and all that mess. Me, there was an instance where I could have did that. I didn't even know that the car went up in price. I just went on with it. The person wrote me back later saying, you do know that this car went to 230 instead of being 200. I said, well, you caught it before I did, so I have to honor the debt. I have to honor it.
Yeah.
And they wrote to everybody, and that boosted up my sales. That moment was the most pivotal, you get the idea, the most grand moment for me. Yeah. And what people don't realize is if a card is over a certain limit, like 100, maybe 200, if you get a negative review on that, people will look at it and be like, well, this person, when it comes to big dollar cards, is bad. I'm going to move on. And there is this one particular price. If it's $4.99 and up, and people sit there and give you a negative star on that, you're done. People will literally not want to deal with you because it's like, oh, if it's nickel and dimes, they got me. But if it's top tier meta collection cards, they're going to screw me over. I'm jumping ship. And it will tell other high dollar collectors and whatnot, don't mess with them. Leave them to the nickel dime stuff. And you cannot recover for that for over a year. Ooh. They will actually put your page, like even if the card is listed at a reasonable price, they'll put your page further back and let other people be on there up front.
Yeah.
Like, let's say El Toro has a card that's $50 and I have it at $50. My card won't be on the same page as his until the next page over, and it'll be there because of my reviews and stuff that gets hindered. Now, you got to be careful with that. So to the seller of this, hey, maybe I don't know the full details of why you did it. Maybe you're just trying to make that extra money, but you got to be careful. Big dollar cards is big leagues.
Yes. Thank you. And again, we're not trashing them. We're not trying to cancel them, but we are going to call them out because it happened. And you as buyers, beware. That's all. Just beware. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything bad. I don't agree with it. What happened? It's nice that he's doing damage control, he or she. Don't know, he or she, they, them, whatever. Okay, we're done with that. Moving on. Fun subject. Okay, so Skeeter the Comic King sent me this cool article. I'm going to read you guys a couple things before we get into a brief discussion. So the title of the article, this tiny plastic shock box makes Magic the Gathering games even more painful. The shock box zaps a player every time they take damage. Woo! This is cool. This is a fun article, and I'm going to have the link in our description on Anchor and Spotify and YouTube. I'm going to put it in there. But it's really cool. So just a couple of brief paragraphs out of the article. The shock box is a plastic junction box filled with wires, balsa wood, and a small device similar to a TENS unit, which delivers electrical shock through electrodes taped to a player's arm. Oh, man. Getting a tiny jolt for every single point of damage they would, can get old quickly. So Sheepwave created a delightfully insidious method to keep games interesting and players on their toes. It tracks 4 separate thresholds of damage. Once a player has taken more damage than their threshold, which is a random value somewhere between 1 and 10 that the box modifies to build suspense at low life totals, it activates a shock, the duration of which is determined by how many points of damage they put in before it went off. To put it simply, you never know when or for how long you're going to get shocked. And to ratchet up the funziety, Sheepwave programmed each button to flash to warn the player as they mark their damage that a shock will come soon. Wow. It's getting crazy out there.
So here's my question. How would this work when my life is nowhere near 0?
Don't know.
Do I just take more shocks and suffer?
What if you don't play with life?
True. Maybe you just get one big blast at the end when you lose.
Oh, even better. What if you're running Mystic Mine? How do you take damage?
Oh, Mystic Mine burn every time you take a ball. Trickstar would be fun, right?
Just
200
do
damage.
Just do the instant 8K damage and just here's the shocks are like, let's say the shocks go in little bursts, instant 8K damage.
It can get crazy. Prodigy, what do you think?
You gotta put that Kaiba clip of him beam blasts away when he loses the game. I hope you put this during this segment. But I think it's a pretty cool concept. I mean, it won't work for every game, of course. Like Kobe said, apparently he doesn't lose any life. He just gains. So
I mean, I'll take damage, but it's not going to be noticeable. I'll still be in.
Other than that, I think it'll be a cool game. I think it'll make Yugioh a little bit more interesting. Some little shots won't hurt everyone. We might get closer to the Shadow Realm with this shock box.
Oh,
I like it.
Right. And what's interesting, it says the experience of the shocks are startling, not painful. They are a bit unpleasant, but in a thrilling sort of way. At one point, the involuntary contraction made me drop a hand of cards on the table, which I found very funny. So if you're in the right mood and you want to have some fun, I could see
you're a little crazy.
Yes. It could be it could be fun. It's not for everybody. Not by any means. My question is, what if you're running in Era Mage? What happens when you gain life?
Yeah, that's my thought is.
Yeah.
And it makes it so when it says that you take after a certain threshold, my question is the threshold like your life total, or is the threshold how much damage you took? So like let's say my threshold is 30.
Yeah.
And my attacks me with a 5 attack monster. Do I have 25 left? Or let's say I gain life and my 20 went to 300. Let's be honest, that's pretty accurate. Is my threshold still like 25 to where I have to wait till I get to round 25 when my threshold is met?
Yeah, that's
I'm not sure if it's like it's like I said at the very beginning. Am I going to be very far away from the shock, or am I going to be in constant pain?
That's the mystery. Okay, that's the mystery.
I guess this is, who knows, maybe this is a red player, and what they done is they made this purposely just because they hate dealing with life gain decks.
Maybe. They want
to anyone wondering why, long story short, One drop, your creature enters tapped, and I gain life off of it. That haste red creature you got does nothing.
He likes to brag.
Just a little.
Joker.
This one's been handmade.
I challenge you to a duel, and we're gonna shock each other every time we take damage. What do you think?
You do realize I'm gonna be cemetery bombing you like crazy, right?
Joker, I challenge you then.
Wait. I think we forget that Mystic Mind is going to be in the field. So I don't know. I don't know if there's any damage going on.
Pick your poison.
Cauldron of the Old Man.
Ooh.
Now the thresholds gradually increase. That's
Black Snake Syndrome.
Yeah, Dark Snake. Oh man, everybody's taking damage with Dark Snake Syndrome.
Pick your poison. You deal with Mystic Mind and Cauldron of the Old Man versus your entire hands in the grave.
Here's a good one. Trickstars.
Oh, you legitimately triggered all three of us. You said the word trick and my mind shut off.
Yeah.
I heard Trickstar and I'm like, man, get me out of here.
Yeah,
Trickstar dealing 200 damage just to shock you again.
Taking a little shock every. I mean, yeah.
Did you draw a card? Take 2 shocks.
Oh my god.
Did you summon a monster? Take 2 shocks.
Yeah.
Did you play a card? Take 2 shocks. Did you take 2 shocks? Take 2 shocks.
Mystic Mind will be run like crazy.
Look, if my life, like I said, if the threshold is reaching a certain life gain X, Arrow Mage, Mono White.
Yeah. It
With
could be fun.
That being said, Constant Burn decks will also now come out.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if this catches on with other games, or I mean, if it catches on at all. I mean, this is just a small group of people who, created this device. I got a feeling it might. The trading card, the player base is crazy enough to adopt this and implement it at some point. I don't know if it'll become part of the official game or, the competitive scene or anything. But I got to say, when I was in my 20s and I had my dueling with a couple of good friends, close friends, we totally would have done this. We would have done this. I would have bought that. We would have bought it. We would have used it and shocked the hell out of each other. And I don't know how long it would have lasted, but we would have tried it.
I could say the same thing with me and my friends in high school. If this was around when me and them were all in high school, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think I told you this when Magic the Gathering first started, when I was using white and blue. We had a desk that was probably about, think like the average desk, like, I don't know. Look at the desk you're working at, double it, and me and my friend had that whole field filled with cards.
Yeah, Magic can get crazy.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Prodigy,
and
is this something you would
game.
participate in?
Oh, definitely. I mean, even as a high schooler or a kid or whatever, I would definitely try it at least once.
Yeah.
It's some of the that you have to try. Just have the experience. I would definitely do it.
Yeah. Joker just shaking his head like you guys are crazy, man.
I just thought of something.
Uh-oh.
Have you guys ever heard of the Watt archetype?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
You already know. You know now.
Yep.
Joker Unfound. Have you guys ever heard of the Watt archetype?
No, what's that? Explain for the viewers.
Their whole gimmick is that all their monsters can attack directly. And they get effects when they inflict battle damage.
Oh, the Watt monsters. Yeah.
What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Watt. So
Be fun. Fun article. Check it out. It's in our description. Click on it.
Play life game.
Yeah. Give us your feedback. Let us know what you think. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. That's all we have. We're definitely past our 1 hour goal by a lot. So thank you for sticking around. Thank you for listening.
I'm waiting for the one day we accidentally breach 2 hours and we're like, oh.
It's going to have to be a hell of a good show. I hope you enjoyed this, by the way. I hope it went by fast. And we did have a few more topics we wanted to cover. We're going to save that hopefully for next week. Let's close it out. Colby, where can the viewers and listeners find and interact with you?
You can find me on Instagram at TTC_YGO. If you want to add me on Discord, just message the Instagram account and I'll send you a friend request right then and there. And you can find me on YouTube under Team Fuerte's channel. Before we continue, commenters, leave down a comment. What card do you want banned or limited?
Fair question.
Anyone? Or a good one. Should Max E come back? Obviously, the answer is no, but I want to see how many of you challenge.
Bring it to one with pot agreed. Mr. Prodigy. Mr. Prodigy. What about you?
Please say in the comments that you want it back, okay? Just to annoy Kobe. But yes, catch me on Instagram at Unfound Prodigy, Twitter, Prodigy_Unfound, and YouTube, Unfound Prodigy, and of course, on the Undisputed Combo Podcast with these amazing guys.
You're too kind. Mr. Joker!
You can find me at the pub on Tuesdays.
I'm going to go find you.
You can also find me, of course, you're a minor. Mystic Minor. Oh! You can find me on YouTube and on Twitter at Shadowhaunt Joker, or you can find me over on Instagram at Silver-Eyed Poet, and you can find me on this podcast.
Thank you very much.
Fairy Dragon 2022.
Yeah. Of course, Team Fuerte Gaming, all the audio platforms, the Undisputed Combo Podcast, and Instagram, my favorite platform where, you know, I had the little thing going on with Salomon Great, but now I'm coming after everybody.
It's been a good, fun ride.
All right. So thank you all so much. Viewers, listeners, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it. Guys, let's keep our eyes and ears open for some more fun stuff. Everybody who submitted questions, everybody who supports us, thank you. We appreciate it. Take care of yourselves out there, and we'll see y'all next week.
Peace out, everyone. And don't forget, circle to 3.
No.